a little talk around training. So real quick talk around training. Obviously for some people who started training, doing workouts because we're in lockdown, and I think that's amazing. You know, I talked about this the other night. Joe Wicks getting in there, doing the workouts every day from Monday to Friday, getting the kids going, getting parents going alongside them, getting grandma going alongside them. Fantastic. You know, people seem to be more active because the kind of choice of leisure activities is so much more diminished. You can't go to the cinema, you can't go and just hang out in the shopping centre and browse the shops. You've got your time you're allowed to go out, or you can exercise at home, or a lot of people are choosing to do both. There seems to be more people out walking, jogging, running on their bikes than ever, especially for this time of year. And you know, people doing Joe Wicks, jumping on my mate Craig's workouts, doing my workouts, doing the other guys based at Flax 24 with their workouts. There's a whole world out there. You know, Paula was on earlier, and she's doing great workouts. She's got a spin bike at home. She's getting people who've got spin bikes available to them, doing spin twice a week. You know, fantastic. That's really, really good. I've had the flip side of that is though, so I'm going to put up now, is just this thought that by the same token, I've got people saying to me, oh, forget it, I can't do anything because the gym's not open. But if you enjoy exercise and training, there's so much you can do without a gym. So we've just gone over what people are up to, getting out, getting walking, you know, longer dog walks. Our dog's buzzing, gets a good hour every day, socially distanced and going you know, somewhere far away, as much as we can away from other people. You know, out on the bike, people taking up, like literally taking up running for the first time in many years or ever, and that's great. But then I've got the flip side is people saying to me, I can't do anything now. I haven't got any dumbbells, I haven't got this, I haven't got that. That might be the case, you know, for someone who is a specialist powerlifter, or you've got certain limitations in terms of injuries and things like that, where you need the machines for the support. But there's so much we can be doing. And personally, we're 4 weeks in, I'm in better shape now, fitness-wise, than I was when I had access to the gym 7 days a week and I was actually working 5 days a week, just because I'm actually got a better recovery, better nutrition, and making the whole thing work better for me personally. Now, that's not to say that you might not have the space at home, or you might not have the motivation, because going to the gym is part of your routine and you enjoy the community aspect of it, and you see some people that you know, and someone's there to say, right, you're going to pick up this weight and you're going to do this many reps because it's body pump or your personal training session, or you're going to go at this speed for this amount of time in your spin class. You know, I love all that stuff. That, you know, I teach all that. I love being involved in it. I don't often get to go to other people's classes now, but given the opportunity, you know, I would, and I would go to try other gyms, and I do that. Work out with people in different places, you know, work out with my clients, take my clients through workouts. Love all that side of things. But we've got to get a little bit of this adapt and adjust. And this isn't just for this time now. This is through life. Things happen, things change. You know, we have kids and life completely flips upside down. Or your kids get a bit older and you can get back into it. Or your job changes, so you have to now think about going training at a different time. Your commute might be different. You might have to switch to morning training from evening training. You might have to do the opposite, and now all the gym's really busy, but you can still do a good workout. And in a sense, that's part of my job, is that working, helping people get that adjustment and how to do it differently as the things come up. Little injuries might come up, you know, how to work around it. And that's what I would do with anybody that I work with, is how to adapt and adjust the training. I just think right now we've got a massive shift, and some people have fully embraced it, and actually a lot of people have started a fitness journey that maybe they wouldn't have had the time for or the inclination for before lockdown. And actually it's kind of focused people's minds to the health and fitness, and actually regular exercise has become quite a lot of part of people's well-being, and a lot of people are maintaining that because it's part of their well-being. And that is fantastic. I just think for some people they actually need to have a little word with themselves and like, actually, you know what, I can move the coffee table and I can do 10 press ups. And I saw someone I know today from a distance, and he said he's got his own facility and he's been lending some bits out, and like, obviously, so it's not an infinite amount of stuff. And he said, well, people are asking me what we're going to do. You're giving everyone else has got a barbell, I haven't. And I said, well, it's the same thing for me, but I know for a fact these people that haven't got dumbbells, that want dumbbells, can't do more than 5 press ups. So we just got to readjust, refocus, and look at doing some different things. And hopefully, you know, especially if you've got kids or whatever, you can get them involved in a way you couldn't before. You know, certainly for me, I'm at the gym 5-6 days a week. The kids couldn't come because it's 16s and over. But now we've got Eden training with me 3 times a week. Levi's out running with Hannah 3 times a week. They're doing all sorts of activity and also helping me film things for clients and film videos and all that sort of thing. You know, they're being exposed to health and fitness in a whole new way. And I think we just need to try and keep it accessible for ourselves, being a bit creative really, and also, you know, this time some of us can set an even better example for our kids than we were before because they're seeing us doing stuff. And the flip side is also true. I've seen people posting that their kids are helping them get into exercise. It's a win-win for everyone in terms of health and fitness if that is, you know, happening for you. So, adapt and adjust. Last little bit. So the main thing I've actually found that I've actually been working on mostly with most people right now is more around mindset. And that is something that I'm actually finding I'm becoming more and more passionate about right now. And it started with me wanting to offer that little bit more in terms of how I train and coach people. Obviously, right now from afar, I do some coaching, as in sessions, directing people what to do at home via Zoom. Obviously, what I'm using right now to talk to some people, and that's cool. But I think the motivation side now can't come from turning up at the gym. It can't come from that direct contact, one-to-one in a training session with a coach or a trainer like me. So I've been focusing a lot on mindset, and not just on what the mindset should be for working out, but general kind of some life skill stuff as well, and some ways of thinking that might need to be that can be adjusted, it can be improved. And I think this is a time of a lot of reframing of how people think and what they want to do post lockdown. And maybe there isn't, maybe we can't wait to get back to what we were doing before, but that also still gives an opportunity to kind of think about why that is, what we're missing. And the analogy I used the other morning on one of our morning coffee chats that I do with Hannah at 7 a.m, it was that's that thing, Snog, Marry, Avoid. Used to be a TV show, and it's a bit of a game thing, isn't it? And what are the things we want to kind of change, keep, and never do again? That sort of kind of thinking in terms of mindset. What do we need to change, or what has changed, and what effect has it had? So what are we going to keep from that, and then what are we going to drop and not go back to? On our morning coffee chats, I really want to acknowledge the fact that these times are unprecedented, and a lot of people are going through a really hard time. They've lost people close to them through coronavirus. People are struggling financially, and there's all sorts going off. Being in a contained space at home, very difficult for some people. Some people obviously alone doing that as well, also really difficult. And very, very thankful and grateful for technology. So right now I can speak to you like this, but other people can stay connected. And so that's where this kind of mindset stuff's kind of been born out of. And what I'm doing is running a 28-day kind of rolling cycle of mindset things. That's not to say each 28 days is exactly the same. It won't be. It isn't. And so things like the slide I just put up over on Zoom is habits make them work for you. And that's just a kind of daily thought, that being one of them, of how we kind of think, how we kind of operate in life, and what we can do to do it a bit better. Some things, as I just said, are things to change. Some things are to keep, and some things are to drop. That's absolutely cool. Habits just being one of them. And actually, habits are what help us be successful with a lot of things. You know, habits are what help us navigate the morning routine. Habits are what help us keep our jobs, you know, good habits. Habits are what help us get through day to day and remember to do things almost without thinking, such as brush your teeth, make sure the kids have brushed their teeth, just using examples that go up a lot in our house. And you know, eat well. That's just another habit, and we have to build and work on these. But actually, we get to a certain point and we're almost kind of overloaded with habits. So this thought of habits make them work for you was more of, what are you already doing that's good, and what can you piggyback onto it? So one of the examples I use with this is, I get a lot of people come to me and they've got like little shoulder niggles or knee and back issues. So one thing I often recommend is the stretch bands and doing stretches. If you have the habit of putting the kettle on in the morning and you've got to wait for it to boil, that is probably the ideal time to run through a stretch upper body rehab and mobility routine. And it might just be movement, but why not use that time? Some people have got issues in the back, they've got tight rhomboids and things like that. You know, kettle's on, get that ball behind you. My man Josh Penny's big on this stuff, really good. Get that ball behind you, do your manipulation for the 3 minutes or whatever it is that the kettle's boiling. And that's just an example of how we can make habits work for us, by adding little things to those habits. And that's just one of, as I say, a continual rolling thought process of things that are going to be helpful. I've done things around how to focus and think a bit better about the week coming up or the week that's just gone. And if I could find that, if I put that slide in here. Yeah, here we go. I'll bob this up as well over on Facebook afterwards. Rest, reflect and refocus. And this is just a little process that I used to do quite regularly, and then for reasons of busyness and not thinking about it, stopped doing it. And this was the first weekend as I was doing these. I put this as the 7th daily focus. Was Sunday, rest, cool. Reflect, what's been good last week, and actually I've broken it into kind of what's 3 things that have been good. Why were they good? How were they good? So rather than just thinking, oh, that was great, say for me, to say business context, 2 more people joined MW Fitness Online. Fantastic. Why did they join that? Because I've been doing my Instagram and boot camps, and they know me from Flex as well. And so how did that come about? Because I've been doing those workouts and being in regular contact, and actually hopefully just being a good available coach and trainer that is supportive. So that's just one aspect. Another aspect was, take it easy on Sunday, reflect what was good. I finally painted, me and Hannah and the kids finally painted the wall and the wood in our back garden. 4 years in the making, this garden. With a little bit of focus, it could have been 3. With proper focus, it probably could have been 1 or 2 years. So why was that? How did that happen? We scheduled the time. So why did that happen? Because we got on with it, in a sense. How did it happen? Because I scheduled the time. And then we can refocus on what's coming up next week. So 3 things to aim at next week. And rather than just being 3 kind of tasks, also at least one other thing that is going to build you up, improve where you're at. Now that might be, for me, that's actually been getting the DJ decks out and doing a little bit of music a couple of days a week, and kind of seem to have got into a nice little pattern where get them out on Friday afternoon or Saturday, the kids have a little play, they're getting into the music stuff as well, and then they go away again on Sunday night, so the table's free, ready for homeschool on Monday. That's absolutely cool. Things like that, what's going to actually make you have a better week, that if you do this thing at some point or regularly through the week, how's that going to help you have a really, really good week? And that's just what this concept's about. So mindset for me right now is as big as the habit of working out, daily exercise, good nutrition. And yeah, so with that, that's what I'd like to just finish off this about. This last week in this training and coaching group, I've posted the 7 daily focuses. Basically, that was week 2 of the rolling 28 days that I've got going. And that is all to do with, or all taken from, I refer to 28 days. The MW Fitness Online 28-day challenge. Now this is a rolling challenge. It's not necessarily come and do 28 days and you're going to have achieved phenomenal results. I hope we're kind of, in a sense, we're beyond thinking that anything that's worth kind of working towards is going to happen really, really quickly. Some things do, don't get me wrong, but there are more things that's maybe to do with applying for and getting a job. Should take, potentially might take less than 28 days. Having a problem medically that we can go to the doctors and get resolved should hopefully take less than 28 days if it's something kind of fairly standard. Something that is a difficulty with a family member, hopefully with a good conversation and good resolutions we can resolve things. In terms of us physically, most things we're trying to work towards are going to take longer than 28 days. That's why I'm saying this is a rolling 28-day challenge. And the mindset stuff's all part of that. The training's all part of that, as in the training sessions, the workouts that I provide, as well as the ones that are on Instagram and Facebook every week. It's all designed to create a momentum of working towards a goal. And it might not even be working towards a goal that's physical at the moment. I've got people that are doing MW Fitness Online who are just looking to maintain a level of balance and health and fitness during lockdown. And they're not too worried about losing any weight, they're not too worried about gaining any muscle, because they just kind of keep on ticking over, maintaining until such a time as we come out the other side and we can start working on things in a bit of a more dynamic fashion, in sense of more options. That for me, that's really great, in the sense of we can work towards things with also keeping that perspective of the situation is serious. Let's not pine for the gym because it's not going to reopen maybe next month, maybe the month after. At some point we'll go back to normal. Right now, let's work with what we've got. It's that adapt and adjust. So that's what MW Fitness Online is all about. Having those daily workouts, the 7 a week, Monday to Friday in the morning, 2 evening workouts. This last week, I've just done a whole series on training at home and how to train chest, back, legs, shoulders, arms with what equipment you've got. I've got a bodyweight training plan that's available to everyone. In fact, that's been in this group, and I've made it available on the Flax pages and my own Facebook page. I've got a bands program coming out, and then I've got, on the back of doing the 5 videos last week, all live, that to put together a home weights workout plan. That's all available within MW Fitness Online. And the home workouts, these are kind of a little bit of an extra part where it becomes more personalised, as does the nutrition coaching. Now the nutrition principles, they're all in the group. They're all there, and there's regular discussions. There's 2 Q&As a week in MW Fitness Online. There's 1 Q&A a week in teaching in the training and coaching group, to just give you an opportunity to maybe hear in a different way or hear repeated just the principles around nutrition, training, whatever it is. But the nutrition coaching, as you can get a bit more in depth and more personalised, that's available in MW Fitness Online. And then alongside that, as well as the community of the group, the continual day-to-day community, the daily focus, people posting ideas for food, recipes, snacks, all that sort of thing. There's then the check-ins and the feedback and the support. So MW Fitness Online is available as a service that people join. So the details are on my website, mwfitness.net. That's the basic package. That is the package of access to the group. Just pulling up a slide. Access to the group, the home workouts to do, nutrition, and the community aspects I've just been talking about. That's that one. If I pull this other one back up, the 28-day challenge, that's got a bunch more built into it. So access to MW Fitness Online, the group itself, as a member, rolling membership, month to month, is £45 a month. The 28-day challenge is £65 a month, because there's a whole bunch more stuff that you get personalised to help you maintain or work towards your fitness goals right now. And it's definitely possible to be doing it. I've got people working towards their fitness goals with the first 28-day challenge, and that challenge didn't start until 2 weeks after the group had started. So the group was up and running and rolling, and then we brought along this 28-day challenge. And there is a little prize at the end of each 28 days. The main prize is helping be consistent, helping stay on track, hopefully helping to make it sustainable, hopefully making lockdown more enjoyable, and having just at least that purpose of, I can work out at some point today, because I know there's a brand new fresh daily workout there, and actually on a Tuesday and a Thursday there's 2 fresh ones, plus there's boot camp, plus there's Instagram live, so many different options, and that's all part of MW Fitness Online. The basic membership, £45. The extra stuff, the personalised stuff that I usually charge £105 for, the workouts, the nutrition coaching, the check-ins and the support, that is available for £65. Now, you can send me a message if you'd like to, if you're interested in that. If you can look at my website, and on the sign up form there, so you're actually interested in the 28-day challenge. The next 28 days don't actually start until the 4th of May, so that's another week on from this week. So the next Sunday is the 3rd of May, the 4th is the start of the next 28-day challenge. I want to give you the opportunity to put your hand up and say, yes, I'd like to be part of that, or at least like some more information. And if that's you, you can bob a like, bob a comment after, on Zoom. We've got a hands up facility, and there'll be more information knocking around this week. I haven't done this with the intention of selling this. It'll sell itself, really, because it's a great package, and I don't sell personal training as such, because I try and make myself available, try and put the information out there, try and provide that value and support before you even become a client. And that's just how I believe I should operate. There's no secrets for me in fitness. You ask me a question, I'll try and give you the best possible answer. And you ask me a question these days, you'll get a video answer, because I find I can say a lot more rather than typing it out. So yeah, I'm just letting you know what the options are. MW Fitness Online membership, £45 a month, rolling membership, 28-day challenge, £65. The next one starts on the 4th of May. Saying that, you only have to do one challenge to then keep on doing the challenges for £45. So it's a kind of extra to the extra £20 is getting that personalised setup and support in the first month, and then rolling round. If you'd like more support, more coaching, I've got more packages than that. Just have a look on my website. But as I said, the purpose of this was to let you know about this, but not to sell it. So if you want more information, drop me a message, leave a comment, or just put a like on the post, and I'll just direct you into the right place. So saying that, I hope you've found it useful, the nutrition stuff. I hope that if you're on Zoom, the visuals have come through and you've been able to see those on my second profile I've had running. I'm going to post all the slides now, hopefully I can remember which ones I used, in order over in the teaching and coaching group, so you can match the two up. I will also save this video and upload it to YouTube and put the 2 bits of information together. We'll see how long it takes to upload, so hopefully I might get that up this evening. If not, I'll get it up tomorrow, and if you're on my email list, I'll send you a copy as well. All it remains for me now is to say is I hope you have a really good Sunday evening. The weather seems to be dropping a little bit. It feels actually a little bit muggy, so hopefully it'll rain and break that a little bit. We've had a great run, haven't we, of days of how nice it's been. And also, any support, anything that you want to ask about what I've said today, or if there's something, because you went on Facebook Live, that I've referred to a visual thing that I've put up in Zoom you haven't seen, and you want to be able to match that information to what I've been saying, when you see the different bits of see the different slides uploaded into Facebook, then just please give me a shout. I'm always helpful. I always want to be helpful and able to let you know the right information, and that's what I'm here for, to support and help and guide you through the kind of minefield of information that's out there, and then help you implement it and make it work for you, because we're all individual and we will take different ways to, one, work out what's best for us, understand what need to do, and then individual in terms of training, exercise, what we like to eat, and how we build those things up to work for you. So hope that's been useful. I've gone for an hour and 10, almost an hour and 5 minutes. So as I say, I'll upload this, make sure you can access a copy and put all the visual stuff together, and have a really good Sunday evening. I'll see you next week.